Hi, very good afternoon to all of you. First of all, I would like to welcome each one of you who have logged in from different parts of India for this very special session. This is a breakthrough session. Why I am calling it breakthrough session? Because today I will be discussing the right strategy for prelims 2022, and in the process I will also present the preview of test series program which we are starting next week from 6th of Feb for prelims 2022. And I will be discussing with all of you that what should be the right strategy, for prelims 2022. Okay, and let me start with this. That see, every year when UPSC will publish the result of prelims and will gift around 12 to 14,000 students an opportunity to take up main, then you will find large number of candidates or the aspirants or the students complaining that this year they have asked questions which were out of syllabus. They will complain that too many questions from this module, too many questions from that module. They will have, some or other justification why they cannot perform well in the prelims. What I would like to tell you, that 70% students who take up prelims and will fail in the prelims, they fail because they have not been able to do justice with the syllabus. They have not completed the syllabus. Half cooked, half baked, half hearted attempt they are making in the prelims. They know even before they go to exam hall that they are not well prepared. But 25-30% students will fail prelims even after working hard. Even after studying everything, they will fail because there is something wrong with this strategy with which they are approaching prelims. So today, in this test series preview session, I will be first discussing about the strategy for prelims 2022, and thereafter I will brief you about one of the most sought after short term course which ALS has to offer in the name of Prelims Test Series Programme 2022. I will also be talking about the do's and the don'ts for participants of this program so that they get maximum benefit out of this program, and when they go for prelims exam at UPSC center on 5th of June 2022, they are able to give the best shot. Okay, so this is the purpose, right? This is the purpose, and I can see some students have come to different centers, but most of the students have logged in through ALS app and web. So warm welcome to all of you. Now, one thing which I would just like to share with all of you. Okay, see, target civil service exam prelims 2022, and I hope all of you are aware that prelims in 2022 for civil service exam conducted by UPSC will be on 5th June 2022. 5th June 2022. Okay, and today the preview session is on 30th Jan 2022. Okay, so if you see, since today till 5th June 2022, approximately you have 125 days with you, approximately, not exactly, 125 days with you, in which you need to prepare well for prelims 2022 in a systematic manner, in a rhythmic manner, with positive frame of mind, with right strategy. You have to prepare prelims. And if you prepare prelims starting today with positive frame of mind and right strategy, believe me, none among you will fail when you will go on 5th June 2022 to take up prelims. But if you will not stick to basic rules, if you will not hold on to fundamentals, and if you will not enjoy the journey called prelims preparation, then you will fail. Every year when UPSC will publish prelims result, I feel bad when I see some very serious and very good students failing in prelims, and primarily on account of wrong strategy. Primarily on account of wrong strategy. So you are left with 125 days. I am not including 5th June. I am not including 30th June. I am not even including 4th June. I don't want you to study anything a day before prelims. Just relax. Okay, just relax. Do little bit of revision so that have proper sleep previous day, so that next day when you go to UPSC Prelim Center, you will be able to give the best sort of yours. So approximately 125 days. And all of you, one thing which I would just like you to say, that whatever you are doing, whether you are enrolled in some course in some institute, or whether you are enrolled in GS or some other course, even at ALS, then what is required that you should and you all must 6 to 7 hours every day self-study. Self-study is the key. Okay. If you are attending session at some institute, then maybe 2.5 hours. Okay. So you will have to study 6 plus 2.5 hours. Some of you might be attending double session if you would have joined late, the institute for UPSC 2022 attempt. Okay. So whatever may be the situation, right? Whatever may be the situation, 6 to 7 hours every day self-study in the dedicated, study for prelims 2022. This is something which must be there if you want to clear prelims. And when you are studying for prelims, you should not think that your main preparation is completely overlooked. No. Even while you are studying for prelims, it is taking good care for main as well. Only thing is that for a time being, you should take a break from answer writing, that you should start in the month of March. Okay. And more MCQ on everything which you read day long is what you should practice towards the end of the day, which I am going to share with you, the strategy. So first, very important component within this strategy. Okay. First, very important component within this strategy is 6 to 7 hours self-study. You understood, all of you? Very important. If you have 5-hour session, then 12 hours you will be studying. If 5-hour GS session or optional session going on, right, then of course you will have to stretch. See, you will have to come out of comfort zone. You cannot crack civil service exam being in the comfort zone. You have to come out of comfort zone. You will have to ensure that your preparation is moving forward in a systematic and rhythmic manner, and day by day your confidence level is going high. When things will move as per your plan, then your confidence level definitely will go high. Okay, so it's all about planned way of preparation. It's all about sticking to basic rules of preparation, prelims preparation. Okay, so what I'm just trying to say, you should not give any excuse. Okay, you should not give any excuse. You cannot tell me, I am working, I am enrolled in some course, in some university, some institution, some college, so I cannot study 6 hours. If you cannot study 6 hours, then better you think for 2023 attempt. If you can, ensure 6 to 7 hours of self-study, starting, today till 5th June, then I can give you assurance, I can give you guarantee, I can give you in writing that there is every likelihood that you will clear prelims. The rule of the game is very simple. Okay, some people will give excuse that, I'm attending classes at ALS or at some institute. What to do? Some will give excuse that my, post-graduation exams are there. Some will give you excuse. Some will give excuse. Okay, so whatever may be the situation, circumstance, you have to only ensure one thing: 6 hours of self-study. And if you are attending class at ALS or any other institute, okay, maybe 3 hours, right? Maybe 2 hours more. Okay, 5 hours, then 6 plus 5, 11 hours. 11 hours of study. Okay, 11 hours of study. Then, right, then 13 hours is with you for sleep. Okay, you can sleep 6-7 hours. You can do some yoga, some meditation, some walking, some jogging. You can play some sports, or whatever may be your hobby. Whatever may be your hobby, you must pursue your hobby to keep yourself focused, to keep yourself committed, to take much needed break in between. Whatever, playing cricket, playing badminton, watching movie, listening to music, talking with friends, talking with parents, whatever gives you break, at least half an hour, 45 minutes must be even for that. And then proper diet, healthy diet. You need to take good care of your health. You cannot afford, if you will be unwell, then definitely out of 125 days, you may lose 3-4 days, which you will have to compensate. Okay, so rules of the game, very simple, right? Rules of the game, very, very simple. 6 hours minimum self-study is mandatory. And for this, no excuse, right? For this, no excuse. Okay. Some students are saying that we have classes. If you have classes, 6-hour class and 6-hour self-study, then only you can expect, then only you can expect the result in June. You just see what is the problem. Some will start preparation late. For 2022 attempt, if you start preparation late, then you cannot say that I will also study 4-5 hours a day only and will qualify in this attempt. Then you think for 2023 attempt. Okay, those who started preparation in May 2021, in June 2021, okay, by now they must have covered significant portion. Okay, but someone who started the preparation in November, December 2021, okay, definitely they will have to stretch because it's a competition and there is a well-defined syllabus. and you have to cover syllabus. To cover the syllabus, you will have to study, more hours. Okay, so what is the first component within the strategy? Minimum 6 hours of self-study, right? Minimum 6 hours of self-study. Now, what to do? What to do in 6 hours of self-study? Okay, let whatever is going on in the class, let whatever else is happening, if you are not attending class anyway, if you have no other, if you have no other academic commitment, then this should be 8 to 9 hours. Okay. But if you are attending session somewhere, if you are working, okay, even then, at least from 1st of Feb onwards, there must be 6 hours self-study for prelims. This is very, very important. Okay. And what you have to do, let me just put it like this. 125 days, you should split into 2 parts. Phase 1 of your preparation. Phase 1 and phase 2 of your preparation. Phase 2 of your preparation. In phase 1, next 75 days, you have to cover the entire syllabus. Okay, you have to cover entire syllabus one round, thoroughly, exhaustively. Okay, so phase 1, 75 days, and phase 2, 50 days. And in this next 50 days, again, one round of syllabus, one round of revision. Okay, so first round of coverage of the syllabus and revision you have to do in 75 days in phase 1, and second round you have to do in 50 days. Okay, 50 days. You understood? Okay, so you have 75 days. Okay, you have 75 days, and I hope all of you are aware that 6 hours minimum and ideally 7 hours. Okay, those who are attending 3-4 hour session here, there, for some other thing, they can take the liberty of, studying on their own for 6 hours, okay, to prepare for prelims. And others, who don't have much, commitment, then they can even think in terms of 7-8 hours, right? 7-8 hours. Is this clear? This is number 1. Right, this is number 1. Number 2, right? Number 2, 75 days. Now, how to plan first round of exhaustive coverage of entire prelims syllabus for both paper 1 and paper 2 in 75 days. And within this, there will be multiple round of revision as well. I will tell you. Okay, but phase 2 should be of 50 days. Phase 2 should be of 50 days, and in this phase you will be doing accelerated pace, revision. In this phase you will not study anything new. You should not read anything new, but only your focus should be on, consolidation. In phase 1, right, in phase 1, what should happen? Expansion. Expansion. So whatever you have studied earlier and whatever you have not been able to study, which is given within the syllabus, is what you have to study. And while you are studying on everyday basis, on day-to-day basis, you have to revise and consolidate. You have to revise and consolidate. So in phase 1, expansion and consolidation will go hand in hand. Expansion, you will have to map that what is mentioned within the syllabus and you have not studied from any source, any standard book, any reference material, then you have to study. and then you have to revise as well. And if you have studied that topic, that chapter, that subject, that module, that standard book earlier, then you have to revise. So in phase 1, expansion and consolidation will go hand in hand. Expansion and consolidation. Okay. Expansion as well as consolidation. So when I say consolidation, revision. That is revisitation. It's slightly beyond revisitation. Revision. Okay, and expansion is, identifying the topic which finds mention in the syllabus, but you have not been able to study anything on that particular topic, on that particular theme till date. Then of course you have to study and complete the syllabus, and once you study and complete, then you have to revise it, as well. So in the phase 1, the focus will be on expansion and consolidation and exhaustive coverage of syllabus. Okay, and in the phase 2, next 50 days, phase 2, the entire focus will be on consolidation. No expansion. Only and only consolidation. Only revision. Right? Only consolidation in phase 2. Only consolidation in phase 2. Right? Only consolidation in phase 2, that is revision. Okay, and you have to revise at accelerated pace, and you have to revise, in the form of solving MCQ. Okay, so accelerated pace, very high speed, accelerated pace of revision. Okay, and you have to solve as many possible standard MCQ in those 50 days. Okay, so very, very important, right? Very, very important component, right? Very, very important component within prelims strategy, that you will have to split the remaining 125 days into 2 phases. First 75 days, you will have to start, preparation for prelims, and while you are preparing for prelims, expansion and consolidation both should be in your approach, in your attitude, both should be given due importance in the strategy. But next 50 days, only and only revision, no further expansion, nothing new you can study in those 50 days. Only what you would have studied is what you are going to revise. And while you are revising, the pace, the speed of revision will be high. You will have to take less time in revision, and you will also have to, you will also have to solve MCQ, multiple choice questions, standard MCQ, UPSC compatible MCQ. And you have to solve as many as possible. Okay, I will tell you from where to, solve also. But now, right now, I will go slightly deep into this. I hope at least you all are aware with this fact, right? I hope all of you are aware with this fact that prelims, in the prelims, they have 2 papers, paper 1, GS, and paper 2 is, paper 2 is CSAT, and this CSAT is qualifying in nature, this CSAT is qualifying in nature. Okay, and this is what is decisive as far as you getting opportunity to write main is concerned, your performance in paper 1 GS. But you cannot undermine, you cannot ignore paper 2. Okay, I will tell you what needs to be done. Okay, what needs to be done. And what I would suggest, that I said that first 75 days, okay, phase 1. So at least you will be aware that in GS they are going to ask question in paper 1. They are going to ask question broadly from 6 areas, right? Broadly from 6 areas. So one is, of course, history, and this including art and culture. Okay, so one module is history, including art and culture. Okay, within history, too much focus will be on modern Indian history, India's freedom struggle. Okay, and then they will be asking questions from ancient and medieval Indian history as well, but more focus will be on art and culture. So one will be module will be history, including art and culture. The second would be geography. Second module will be geography, and this would be including, I would say, environment and ecology. I will not be able to, separate completely geography with environment and ecology. So this is the reason why I am putting it, along with geography, environment and ecology as the second module. The third would be polity. Okay, the third would be polity, and this polity module, right? This polity module will include some question on governance, okay, right related issues, constitution, polity, constitution, governance, okay, all put together, right? All put together, third module. Okay, then, right, then fourth module, right? Fourth module would be economics. Okay, economics. Fourth module will be economics. Okay, and I hope all of you are aware with the fact, right? All of you are aware with the fact that some questions they will ask from a static part of Indian economy, but many current oriented economics question they will ask. Okay, so Indian economy, okay, so all key sectors of Indian economy, whether it is, national income, whether it is poverty, unemployment, whether it is fiscal sector, whether it is monetary policy, whether it is money and banking, okay, whether it is industry, whether it is infrastructure, whether it is investment model, whether it is agriculture, and agriculture from economic perspective and from geography perspective, both you have to prepare, because last 3-4 years we are seeing, a lot of questions from Indian agriculture, and some of the questions are from geography perspective, some questions are definitely from economic perspective, some even from current perspective. So we will see. Okay, so economics as the fourth module. Sixth is science, and this science include even some technology part. Okay, so life science, general science, everyday science, and some science and technological development. Some science and technological development. Is this clear? Okay, so that is right. That is something which you should keep in mind. And then the sixth module is what overlaps with all the 5, but I am putting it separately. Current affairs. Okay, current affairs. Okay, current affairs. Is this clear? So, for example, last year 2-3 questions they asked from sports itself. Okay, so person in news, places in news, events in news, okay, awards, okay, and then of course current economy, current polity, current science and tech. Definitely module wise also some current thing which are for some or other region in news, definitely they are asking question. Okay, so 6 broad areas. Okay, so what I would suggest, and then you have a qualifying paper, paper 2, and this paper 2 is what, right? This paper 2 is what? This is CSAT. Okay, so now what you have to do, right, in page 1. In page 1, right, and I hope at least you are aware with the fact that geography and environment put together, on an average, they will ask you 30 questions. Okay, on an average, they will ask you 30 questions. And if you want me to segregate, then I will say, right, I will say that somewhere around 16 questions they will ask from geography and 14 questions normally, right? 1, 2 here and there every year is what, right? Here and there every year is what they will ask. Okay, so that is something which you have to keep in mind. So 30 questions. Okay, so maybe 16 can be said to be from geography, including Indian geography, physical geography, world geography, and 13, 14 of them are from environment and ecology. Okay, environment and ecology overlaps significantly with geography, because when you will study geography, then you will study about definitely you will study about vegetation, climate, soil. Okay, you will study about wildlife conservation, you will study about biomes. Okay, so that is how we cannot draw a linear boundary to demarcate environment and ecology from geography, but 30 questions approximately. Okay, 15, 16 questions every year will be from polity. Okay, every year 16, 17 questions. Okay, maybe 2, 3 here and there. 16, 17 questions from economics, right? From economics, around 20 questions, right? You can expect from history, including art and culture. History, including art and culture. Okay, and then, right? And then 16, 17 questions. Okay, 16, 17 questions they will be asking you from economics. Okay, and 10, 12 questions, right? 12, 13 questions they will ask, right? They will ask from science. Okay, and when it comes to current affairs, I told you that 16, 17 economics related question, maybe 2, 3 of them will be current economy. 15, 16 polity question, maybe 2, 3 of them will be current polity, some current development, some new Supreme Court judgment, some new law, okay, some new commission constituted, some new report submitted, something which was in news. Okay, so this is where, but it's very difficult, to segregate current affairs with modules. Okay, but even then, right, even then you will find 10, 12 questions like person in news, places in news, awards, events, okay, all those things which cannot be mapped to any. Okay, but definitely 25, 30 questions you may expect from current affairs, because some of the questions from current affairs will overlap with economics, some of them will overlap with science and tech. If a new missile is tested fire successfully, and if it's a question, some will say that it's a question from defense technology, some will say it's a question from current affairs. Okay, if there is a question on budget, okay, 2022-23, okay, some will say that it's a current affair, some will say it's a question from economics. So that is how things are, right? That is how things are. What I am suggesting, right, what I am suggesting in page 1, that every day you continue with 1.5 hour in your daily schedule. 1.5 hours should be for current affairs. And when you are studying current affairs, you should not think that you are only giving this time for current affairs, because this current affairs is taking care of economics, current economics. This current affairs is taking care of current news or current events in environment, ecology. Okay, so every day 6 hours, self-study, okay, 1.5 hours, right, 1.5 hour you should dedicate and devote for current affairs. No compromise with this. Okay, no compromise with this. And and those who are from humanities background, those who are, there is nothing called universal strategy. You will have to customize based on, based on your strength and your weakness. Okay, so some of you who are not from engineering background or accountancy, commerce background or science background, and you feel that there will be some struggle even in, qualifying the CSAT paper, for all such students, I would say that now onward, 1 hour in their daily schedule should be for CSAT. Okay, 1 hour in their daily schedule should be for CSAT. And some among you, right, at least 30-40% among you definitely don't require this much energy and effort to be diverted towards paper 2, because because of your academic background, because of your past academic background, you are comfortable. So such students, consistency is the key. Half hour for CSAT in everyday schedule. Okay, but those who feel, right, those who feel that no, I have a struggle in general mental ability, I am not very comfortable in reasoning, logical and analytical reasoning questions, data interpretation questions, or reading comprehension questions, okay, then they need to practice more in comparison with other aspirants, and don't get impacted by what others are doing. Everybody will have to identify and know their own strength. Everybody will have to play with their strength. Everybody will have to take affirmative step to do away with the weakness which is there. Okay, so 1.5 hour in your daily schedule, must be for current affairs. Please continue with this. Right? Please continue with this. Okay. And, when it comes to current affairs, I don't want to say anything. You must continue reading newspapers. You must make notes from newspaper. Okay. And what I would suggest, right? What I would suggest, that you can split this in 2 components. Okay. Maybe 1 hour for newspaper reading and revising, newspaper reading and making notes, and half an hour to revise what you have studied earlier. You all must have done something in the name of current affairs. Whatever you have done till date in the name of current affairs, you need to revise. That is very, very important. Okay. And what you are reading today, that you have to revise tomorrow, or maybe 5 days later, or maybe a month later. Okay, maybe a month later. So very important component within this strategy is, that 1.5 hour in your daily schedule in phase 1 should be for current affairs, in which 1 hour expansion. Again, you will be reading newspaper, you will be reading some editorial article, you will be making notes, and then half an hour you should revise current affairs, what you have studied earlier. Okay, then 1 hour CSAT. If you feel you are weak, then 1 hour, otherwise half an hour. Okay, so those who are going for 1 hour, what they have to do? Again, there is nothing called universal strategy. You have to decide for yourself that whether you are, comfortable in general mental ability, or whether you are comfortable in, right, whether you are comfortable in reading comprehension, or whether you are not comfortable in both. If you are comfortable, right? Let's say you are comfortable in general mental ability and not that comfortable in comprehension. Then what you should do, 2 days you should, 2 days you should study general mental ability and 1 day you should study reading comprehension. So 2:1 ratio. Okay, if you are not at all comfortable in both, then every day, 1 day general mental ability, next day comprehension. Third day general mental ability, fourth day comprehension. Fifth day general mental ability, sixth day comprehension. And what you have to do, within this, right? What you have to do within this, you revise. Okay, what? Learn tricks and practice. Mathematics, your comfort will depend on how many questions you practiced. So only very simple is the strategy for CSAT. You just have to learn tricks. You follow some good books. You use the techniques which you have learned in the class. You use the technique which you are learning through books, standard books, and then practice a standard question. So 1 hour if you are doing CSAT, 20 minutes should be to learn the tricks and the technique, and 40 minutes should be to practice MCQ. Okay, and what should be the source? Previous year questions. Not only the previous year question of civil service exam, but previous year questions even for, CAPF exam conducted by UPSC, NDA exam, CDS exam, EPFO exam. In all these exams, you will find they are asking questions. Okay, practice. Okay, some good institute question bank you take and practice. ALS will also give you, a lot of questions to practice. Okay, so it's all about learning the tricks and practice. And those who are asking question about ALS Current Affairs magazine, I told that 1.5 hour is for current affairs. Okay, if you have to, I am giving you 1 hour for newspaper reading, half an hour for revision. So you must be reading the magazine. Okay, but once you read, you have to revise. The rule of the game is very simple for prelims. You should not read anything which you cannot revise later. If you are studying anything which you are not going to revise at this time, you are opting for criminal wastage of time. As simple as that. Whatever you study, you have to revise. If you are not able to revise, now what the energy, the time which you are putting will go waste. I am sorry to say, but I will say it in a harsh way. And lack of revision is one prime contributory factor for failures of many good students in prelims. Throughout the preparation, they are in the expansion mode. Throughout the preparation, they are studying something new. Throughout the preparation, they are looking for additional study material, additional reference material, and never ever they are able to bring their focus back on revision and consolidation. So I told you, right? I told you, you have 1.5 hour with you. 1 hour maybe for newspaper reading and half an hour for revision. Okay, and what you should revise is what you have already studied. If you are reading ALS magazine, current affairs magazine, okay, you may take 10 days, 15 days, right? Next 15 days in the month, you should revise. As simple as that. Okay, as simple as that. So you understood. So 1.5 hour for, current affairs and half an hour for CSAT. Okay, but those who are not that, comfortable in CSAT, they should give 1 hour every day, and you will have to take a call for yourself Okay, that within CSAT, first you will have to take a call how comfortable you feel in CSAT. Okay, if you are clueless, then please take one, any year question, and in a simulated condition, exam like condition, attempt solving, and see whether without any preparation can you solve some question. If you cannot solve any question, it means that it's high time you should start CSAT. If you are finding that even without studying anything, 20 to 25 questions you can solve easily because of your academic background, then you have to start CSAT. But in your time management, this would be a less focused area. But consistency is the key. Half an hour every day. Okay, so you just see 2 to 2.5 hours will be consumed. 2.5 hours will be consumed in current affairs and CSAT. Then you are left with 4 hours. Okay, then you are left with 4 hours. Okay, now you just see, right? You now just see, you have 75 days with you in phase 1. Okay, how many days you have? 75 days, and you have to, right? You have to just see, you have to complete 5 modules. Okay, meaning what? Right? Meaning what? On an average, you have 15 days for each module. 15 days into 5 modules. Okay, 15 days into 5 modules. Okay, but this does not mean that you will distribute evenly. Okay, for example, going by UPSC recent trend, I told you that geography they are going to ask 30 questions, geography, environment, ecology. So I would recommend, right? I would recommend for geography and environment, you should keep, 20 days. And each day you have 4 hours. Okay. So 80 hours is there with you to expand and consolidate in phase 1 in geography and environment. Okay. Then, right, then maybe 15 days, right? Maybe 15 days you can keep for polity, maybe 15 days you can keep for economics. Okay, maybe 10 days you can keep for science. Okay, maybe, right, maybe, another 15 days, or if you want, you can say that for polity and economics, I will keep 12 days each, and history, I will take 19 days. So you just, right, you just distribute. You should have a roadmap. Okay, see, very, very important. Your success in prelim will depend on, long-term plan and short-term plan. Okay, long-term plan, that next 75 days, I am going to complete my preparation in all respect. One round, exhaustive, coverage of syllabus and completion of preparation. And within that long-term, right, within that long-term plan, you should also have awareness, that first fortnight of Feb, I will complete polity. Next fortnight, by 5th of March, I will complete geography, environment, ecology. Okay, by end of March, I will complete history, art and culture. Okay, by first 15 days of April, I will complete economics. Okay, by end of April, like this, you should plan one long-term plan. And when you get up in the morning, okay, when you get up in the morning, prepare the plan for the day, short-term plan, that today within polity, I am going to revise historical underpinning of Indian Constitution, nature of Indian Constitution, sources of Indian Constitution, union and its territory, citizenship, this much I am going to complete. And every day when you are giving target to yourself for self-study, revision, consolidation, expansion, then you should give yourself a stiff target. There is no point, taking easy targets and then completing and feeling happy about it. Okay, give yourself challenging target. You will have to push yourself a bit on daily basis. Okay, first thing which will come in mind, no, I can complete only, historical underpinning and nature of Indian Constitution. Then you say, no, why historical underpinning and nature? I will also, complete today itself sources of Indian Constitution, preamble, union and its. So like that, you need to push. Are you getting it? Okay. So what is the key to success? One, long-term plan. Complete clarity should be there. You should have a complete clarity, that how in 75 days you are going to do one exhaustive round of coverage to the entire syllabus for paper 1 GS. Have you understood this? Now, right now you see, for geography you have 20 days, including environment and ecology. Okay, so if I have to divide, what I will say that, okay, 20 days. I'm just giving randomly examples I am giving, right? Examples I am giving. What example I am giving? That you plan, right? You plan that, 8 days I will do environment and ecology, 12 days I will do, geography within 12 days. Okay, for 6 days I will revise Indian geography, maybe for 4 days or 5 days I will revise, and in 1 day world geography. Something of this nature you need to plan. Now, if you have 6 days to revise Indian geography, okay, then geographic division of India, climate, soil, vegetation, transport sector, industry, mining, agriculture sector. You have 7-8 broad chapters which you have to cover. So on an average, 1 and 1.5 chapter. Now 1.5 to 2 chapter, if you have to finish, you have 4 hours with you. Okay, daily. So this is the way you need to go. Right? This is the way you need to go ahead. Have you understood, all of you? Okay. So what will you find? What you will find? That 4 hours of self-study for module, 5 modules, and anyway 1.5 hour for current affairs and 1 hour for CSAT and 6 hours. Okay. Now in the first round, when you are revising, you must revise NCERT. In the beginning, you should and you must revise NCERT. And I would suggest, right? I would suggest that you should revise, 6 to 12th NCERT. But 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, very seriously, very meticulously, 9 to 12. In history, in geography, in polity, okay, for economics, you must revise. So first thing which you have to revise is NCERT. Then whatever notes you have prepared. Okay, whatever notes you have prepared. Okay, so you by now you must have prepared notes, and in days to come when you are attending classes at any institute, you will be preparing notes. So whatever notes you are preparing, whatever printed material has been given by the institute to you, that you have to revise. And then maybe one standard book, okay, in each module. One standard book. So idea is not too many study material. Okay. One book, maybe 3-4 times you have to revise rather than reading 3 different books in a particular subject. This is again one strategic error committed by many students, that they will refer multiple sources. And when they refer multiple sources, some expansion is happening, but never ever consolidation will take place. So, in the list of priorities to revise and consolidate, the first should be NCERT books. The second should be your own prepared notes. Third should be, if you have joined any institute, then that institute material which they have provided. It will be easy. And then over and above NCERT and your notes and the material provided by the institute, maybe one standard book, that too in a selective manner. Okay, that too in a selective manner. This is must, right? This is must. Have you understood? Okay, so what you have, and I told, right? I told in this stage of preparation, please look into the syllabus. On daily basis, you look into the syllabus. And on daily basis, one thing you have to do. What? That you just try to find that what is mentioned in the syllabus, whether you have covered it for yourself or not. And if you have not covered it for yourself, okay, if you have not covered it for yourself, then you have to cover. Okay, this is why I told expansion. Okay, so selective manner, some expansion. Identify, map the topic which is given within the syllabus, but you have not studied neither in the class nor on your own. If you feel, okay, then you choose one standard source and read and then revise. So, so what is very, very important for you, right? What is very, very important for you now, right? Now you have to maintain, the sanctity of target which you are giving to yourself every morning. This is where majority of the student will fail. What they do, next 10 days, 12 days, they may be serious. But again, for some or other reason, the kind of seriousness which is required in their approach will be missing. And by the time they will realize that, oh, prelims is very near, then they will also conclude it's too late. And then they will conclude, no, I'm not, going to take up this attempt. I will take up next attempt. Okay, so what I'm just trying to say, what I'm just interested in telling you, one thing, right? One thing, that first 75 days, right? First 75 days, one exhaustive round of coverage of entire syllabus and in a systematic manner, in a time-bound manner, long-term target, medium-term targets, and short-term targets. It's all about planning. It's all about time management. It's all about scheduling. Okay, so you have the target. Long term, 75 days, one complete round. Full round. Okay, medium term target. Okay, next, 20 days, I have to complete geography, environment and ecology. And then the morning when you get up, okay, today I have 4.5 hours with me. Okay, in the 4.5 hours, what I am going to, study and revise from geography. And while giving daily target to yourself in the morning, you push yourself a bit. Stiff target. Okay, and you should not mind if you are, if you are taking instead of 4 hours, someday you may take 4.5 hours. So what? Okay, that day overall. Okay, but you will find sometime that the target which you gave to yourself, you were able to complete in 3.5 hours. Then you have half an hour extra, for enjoyment. Okay, आराम करने के लिए आपके पास हाफ एन आवर है. अगर 4 घंटे में नहीं हो पाया तो आधा घंटा और पढ़ेंगे. Okay, so what I am just trying to say, toppers of this exam, they don't do anything different, but they do everything differently. And one difference is in planning, strategy, time management, scheduling. Okay, time management, scheduling. So you understood, all of you, right? In 75 days, what you have to do, right? First round. And next 50 days. So last 50 days, right? Second round. And in this round, only revision. You should not read anything new, right? You should not read anything new. Okay. And what you should focus on? You should focus only on revision. So even for current affairs, right? Even for current affairs, I would say that from 1st of May till 5th of June, 45 days, 35 days. Okay, last 35 days. You should not read anything new, but you should revise. And you should revise what you have done till 30th of January, what you are going to do from 30th of January till 31st of, right, 30th of April. Okay, whatever you have done till date, that you have to revise. Then whatever you are going to do from today till 30th of April, that also you have to revise. Okay, so only revision. And in the phase 2 again you have to divide, that your time. Okay, you should have long-term plan, you should have medium-term plan, and you should have short-term plan. Short-term plan, daily planning. Medium-term for a week or fortnight. And long-term, last 50 days, what you are going to do. Okay, with ultimate target that entire syllabus is to be revised at accelerated pace. This is what is the most important. At accelerated pace, the speed should be high in this phase. Accelerated pace. And in this, you have to solve MCQ. Okay, every day, right? Every day. If you have 5 hours with you to revise 5 modules, and of course 1.5 hour, for current affairs and 1 hour for CSAT, right? 1 hour for CSAT, 1.5 hours for current affairs, and maybe 5 hours for module. Then what you have to do? You have to revise in 4 hours, and 1 hour you have to solve MCQ. Day long, whatever you revise, at least 50 multiple choice question is what you should, cover. Right? What you should cover. Okay. So what I am just interested in telling you, that, right, that please, plan for phase 2. Okay. Even for phase 2, you should have a, long-term plan ready with you. When you are formulating the strategy for Prelims 2022, you plan that in 75 days, how you are going to complete 1 round through self-study. Okay. And then other round, right? Then another round, again through self-study. And if you have joined ALS, then of course in the class there will be 1 round. Okay, so don't, those who qualify, they don't depend on institute. Let me put it like this. Whatever is done by the institute, they feel that institute has provided reinforcement. Okay, but those who are going to fail, what they will count, right? What they will count, what has not been done by the institute. And those who will qualify the exam, they count what was done by the institute and what they have to do for themselves. Okay, what they have to do for themselves. Many students you will find, they will come and will say, when we start a course, they will say, okay, कुछ पूछेगा economics कब होगा, कुछ पूछेगा history कब होगा. Those who are comparatively weak in history, they feel पहले history होना चाहिए. Some people will feel that पहले economics होना चाहिए. Some people will feel पहले polity होना चाहिए. Some will feel no, पहले science होना चाहिए. Okay. So don't, you need to have this understanding that institute will do, at their own pace, and they will complete the course for you. Okay. They will complete the course when they are conducting sessions. Some module will come in the beginning, some module will come in the later half. Okay. But you should not be dependent. Okay. This is the reason why I am telling you. This is the reason why I am telling you that 5-6 hours in your daily schedule should be now for self-study, preparation. And if you are attending classes, right? If you are attending now, right? Now let us say somebody had joined the batch in the month of November. Okay. Even for them, at least 1 or 2 module will be complete by now. Whatever module is complete, okay, you revise that. And 1 or 2 module will be going on. Okay. For example, right? For example, in most of the batches right now, geography is going on. Okay. We started geography 15 days before. Another 20 days, you will find geography. In another 25 days, geography environment, will be completed in all batches. Okay. So one round will be happening during the classroom discussion also. Right? One round of coverage of the syllabus will be in during the classroom discussion also. But for you, revision. That's the key. Okay. That's the key. So what I am just interested in telling you that 50 days, 5 module in phase 2. Ideally 10 days you will have. Okay. But what you should do, you should focus on, okay, that if questions are more from environment, ecology and geography, instead of 10, you allocate 12 days. If science questions are less, instead of 10 days, you allocate 8 days. Okay. If you feel you are weak in history, then, so this is one very important component within the strategy. You understood? Yes or no? Right? Yes or no? This is very, very important. Right? This is very, very important. Okay. Landy is saying, I have started solving MCQ. Am I doing right? Yes, my friend. All of you should solve MCQ on daily basis. I would suggest, right? I would suggest that what you should do in phase 1, every day you should solve minimum 25 to 50 MCQ. Choice is yours. Every day, phase 1, you should solve, 25 to 50 MCQ. And every day you should write, 1 or 2 150 word answer or 250 word answer. If you are writing 150 word answer, then I would recommend that 2 answers based on whatever you are revising. And if you are writing 250 word answer, write 250 words answer, then 1. Okay. This should be a very integral part, right? And this is not going to take more, no? Because, all this put together may take, 40 minutes. Okay, 40 minutes. Because, within 15 minutes, you can write 2 answers in 150 words. Okay, and another 25 minutes, you can solve 50 questions. Okay, so 40 minutes, 45 minutes should be there for solving MCQ and writing answer. Okay, and Hitoka Su is asking question, MCQ from where? First, MCQ from civil service exam previous year, UPSC civil service exam 2025 year questions. Second is CAPF exam, UPSC. Third is CDS exam, UPSC. Okay. Fourth is, questions which will be provided by ALS through test series. And every week we are conducting, test for NCRT. All of you are taking up test. In the process, you have created a question bank for yourself. Okay, and now we are going to start test series for all batches. So you will definitely get many questions. So many things, right? Many things. Okay, so that is there, and you should have previous year questions of UPSC. Okay, for civil service exam, for CAPF exam, for CDS exam, for NDA exam, for EPFO exam. UPSC questions are standard questions. You solve, it's for practice. You solve ALS question. Okay. Over and above this, if you want, then maybe, some other institute as well. But I would not recommend too much because you will not be able to do even this much. Okay. If you see 25-year UPSC question, 2500 questions you have. If you see CAPF question, okay, at least 80 questions are, GS based. 20-year, if you see, another 1600 questions you have. Okay, another 1600 questions you have. Okay, we will be conducting, we are conducting every week tests, and in each test we are giving you 100 questions. So you have adequate number of questions, standard questions with you to practice, but you must practice MCQ, multiple choice question. In the phase 1, you should practice, 25 to 50, and you continue writing one answer, either in 250 word and maybe two answer of 150 word. But in the phase 2, you should stop writing answer 50 days, and you can, 50 to 100 MCQ you should solve every day. In the phase 2, right, you should solve 50 to 100 MCQ every day. Okay, so this is what you have to do. Now, right, now one thing which I would just like to share with all of you. Okay, see, if you see UPSC cutoff, right, if you see UPSC cutoff, now for 2019 exam, for general category, it was 98. Okay, for those who were from economically weaker section, it was 90. Okay, for OBC, it was 95.3. Okay, for scheduled caste, it was 82. For scheduled tribe, it was 77.3. Okay, for physically challenged people category 1, it was 53. Okay, for physically disabled category 2, it was 44, like that. Okay, but if you see the cutoff, right, if you see the cutoff for 2020, okay, then the cutoff was, right, then the cutoff came down, right, cutoff came down. So for general category from 98, it came down to 92.5. Okay, for EWS, it came down, to 77.55. For OBC, it was 89, right, 89.12. Okay, for OBC. For scheduled caste, it was 74.8. For scheduled tribe, it was 68.7. And for 2021, they have not, published, but most likely, right, 1 plus minus 1 in comparison with 2020 is my, feeling. Looking into the question paper, my opinion is that for general category, it will be somewhere between 91 to 93. This is my feeling. Okay, when in when UPSC will publish the final results, they will definitely notify the cutoff. Now, what is the takeaway? What I would like you all to know, whenever the questions will be tough, cutoff will come down. And when question will be easy, difficulty level of the question is easy, then the cutoff will go high. Okay. So what I'm interested in telling you, you should not complain about the kind of questions which they are asking. Okay, kind of question. I would like to do one analysis of trend for all of you. See, if there are 100 questions in paper 1, right? 100 questions in paper 1. Okay. And, out of 100 questions, if I classify the 100 questions on the basis of difficulty level in 3 categories. Okay. Easy, moderate, and tough or difficult. Okay. So, in what you will find, what trend we are seeing, in 2019 and 2020, if I say, and I will even do 2021, what we are seeing, right? See, earlier, what I would say, that in 2019, there were 25 questions in the paper which were very easy. Okay. And there were 25 questions which were difficult. Okay, very difficult. And the remaining 50 were moderately, at moderate level in terms of difficulty, right? In terms of difficulty. Okay. In 2020, what I found, that what they did is that easy questions, right? They increased this to 30. Okay. And difficult questions, right, remained 25. Okay. And, difficult questions also, they increased to 30. Okay. They increased to 30. And moderate difficulty level came down to 40. Okay. So since there was increase in number of questions which were difficult. Okay. And there was even some increase in number of questions which were easy. Okay. This is overall impact of this was that there was a decline in the cutoff. Okay. And if you ask me for 2021, what I saw, that easy question remained 30. Okay. Moderate difficulty level 35. Okay. And I would say that difficult question also 35. Okay. Now, since they have kept this easy question intact 30. Okay. 30 can be easily done by anyone who has done justice with the syllabus. Very easily anyone can do those 30 questions. And even out of 35, right? Out of 35, 15, 20 others will do it. Okay. This is why I am of this view that the cutoff will remain, in the range of plus minus 1 what it was for 2020. Okay. Now, what is the takeaway? You should not be, much worried about the increasing or decreasing difficulty level of the questions which they are asking in the prelims exam. It's a competition, my dear friend. It doesn't make difference if you qualify prelims with a score of 92 or you qualify prelims with a score of 98. It doesn't make any difference. Okay. So what is required? That you should do justice with the syllabus. And during prelims preparation, adequate practice of MCQ. And when you are practicing MCQ, right? When you are practicing MCQ, one thing is of paramount importance. And what is that which is of paramount importance? That standard MCQ. Quality MCQ is what you should solve. And this is the reason why I am recommending you all that while you are solving MCQ, the first in your list of priority should be previous year questions of civil service exam, previous year questions of CAPF exam conducted by UPSC, previous year CDS, NDA, EPFO exams conducted by UPSC, and then, test series program of some reputed institution. Right? This is what should be the order of preference or priorities while you are solving MCQs. Okay, and one more thing, right? One more thing. Now, for prelims, right, what is strategy you should have? While in phase 1, what you have to ensure, and this you have to consolidate further in phase 2. So I told you that there are 6 modules. One is history, the second is geography. Okay, second is geography. The third is polity. The fourth is, right? The fourth is economics. The fifth is science. And the sixth one, current affairs. Okay, now out of 6, for yourself, you have to identify which are the 2 which you feel is your strength. Let me tell my friends, you will not have same level of comfort in all the 6 modules. Everyone will have different level of comfort in different subject, because we have a special light for subject. We have different level of comfort in different subject. So one strategic error which is committed, that everybody will try to acquire same level of comfort in all 6 modules. Even with best of your effort, you will not be able to achieve that. So what you have to do, right? What you have to do? You have to, right? You have to do the SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity, threat analysis for yourself. So you will have to identify out of 6, which are the 2 which you feel your strength. So what you have to do? I will be doing this SWOT analysis for myself. I feel I am most comfortable in polity. This is my, this is my understanding. Okay, so I feel I am very much comfortable in polity, and then I am very much comfortable in geography. This is what I feel. Geography, environment, ecology. Okay, so you have to identify for yourself, based on your background, based on your feel while studying the subject. Okay, based on while reading NCERT, what kind of feel was generated. On that basis, you have to do the profiling, and you have to identify that out of the 6, which 2 you will consider as your strength module, where you are comparatively, comfortable. You feel this is my subject. Okay, so you have to identify 2 as your strength module or strength subject, and then you identify the weak area. Okay, if I have to identify weak area for myself, I will say history. I am not that comfortable. Since my days of preparation, I was a bit secky, in the zone of discomfort in history. Okay, and I would say another, despite the fact that I am from science background, I feel that one weak area of mine is science. Okay, I'm just sharing it. This is the way you have to do. Okay, as a part of your strategy for prelims. So you need to identify, for yourself 2 weak areas. You need to identify 2 strong area of yours, 2 strong module of yours. Okay, and then you have to even spot that, okay, the other 2 module, I am neither that, comfortable, but I am not that weak also. For example, economics, I always, struggle to find whether I should say geography as my strength or whether economics as my strength. Okay, so I am okay in economics. Okay, so I would say, I am comfortable in economics, not that comfortable the way I am in polity. So average level of comfort, okay, very high comfort in geography and polity, and some discomfort in history and economics. So you need to identify for yourself a strength and weak module, to each. Okay, to each. Now what you have to do during preparation, you have to ensure that the strike rate of the module, right, strike rate of the module where you feel is your strength should be 75 to 80%. How much should be the strike rate? 75 to 80%. Okay, meaning in geography, environment, ecology put together, if they are going to ask, 30 question, okay, if they are going to ask 30 question, then 24 question I have to mark correctly. But the moment you will say that I have to do 24, then you will, drag yourself in the zone of stress. You have to say, even in geography, which is your strength, you have the freedom either to leave 5-6 questions. You don't have to attempt all questions, even in geography. So what is the strike rate we are expecting from you in geography, which is your strength module? 75 to 80%. Okay. And same is what we expect from you in polity and constitution. Same is what we expect from you in polity and constitution. But the two module where you feel you are weak, okay, you should not leave that. But what you should do, you should try to do the basics in such a way that 50% to 55% is the strike rate. Okay, I told you, that from each module, approximately 30% questions which they will ask will be easy. So you should not leave those easy questions even from the module, and half of the questions you should be able to solve, which are of moderate difficulty level, even in the module which you are not comfortable. Okay, what is happening? This is where one strategic error is committed by majority. Okay, that they want to achieve same level of comfort in all 6 modules. No, I just want that 50 to 55% should be the strike rate of yours in the module which you feel you are not comfortable. You have to protect it anyhow. Okay, and the module where you feel that you are not that comfortable, okay, there I want 70% strike rate. Economics and current affairs, 70% strike rate. Okay, but where people are going wrong? For all 6 modules, they want a strike rate of 100. Okay, so what is happening, right? What is happening when they want, a strike rate of 100? Okay, so what is happening? They are landing up getting 75-80 marks. You just see no cutoff. The qualifying marks is, less than 50% here, even for general category. Okay, I don't want that you should target 200 out of 200 for prelims. There is no point being the topper of prelims. But very comfortably you have to qualify prelims. So you should score, if you are from general category, you should have a target that any day if I go for any prelim exam, I will score minimum 120 out of 200. 120 plus is what I am going to score. That is the way in which you have to approach for prelims. You got, and believe me, right? Believe me, if you revise NCERT, if you revise your class notes, right, in the week module, if you solve previous year questions, right, if you solve previous year questions, if you solve, adequate number of standard MCQ, then very easily you can attain the strike rate of 50 to 55%, even in the module where you are weak. Even in the module where you are weak. Is this clear? Is this clear, all of you? Okay, so as a part of prelims strategy, right? As a part of prelims strategy, what is very, very important? SWOT analysis. Identify a strength area, how you can keep your strength, the strength, how you can transform your weakness into a strength. And what's the opportunity? You will get the opportunity to write the main exam. And what is the threat? Threat is, right? What is the threat? Okay, threat is, right? Threat is, let's say, right? The threat is that if less number of questions are being asked from the module, for someone, if science is there, a strength area. Okay, and their weak area is geography and history. But geography along with environment and history along with art and culture put together, right? You can expect 50 questions. Environment, ecology, geography, history, art and culture put together will be 50. This is the threat for you. So if both of these are going to be your weak area, then you need to, strategize differently. This is what. So you have to do the SWOT analysis, my friend. Right? You have to do the SWOT analysis, my friend. So one thing which I would like to tell each one of you. Okay. Success in prelims is heavily dependent on consistency with which you will steer your preparation in right direction. Next 125 days, highest priority in life you have to give is, to civil service prelims 2022 preparation. Nothing else. In this duration, next 125 days, if there is any marriage in your family, you will have to say no. You will have to call and tell your brother, sister, your first cousin, your friend, I am sorry, my dear, I may not be able to attend the wedding. Next year, as a successful candidate, I will come and give a visit, to you. If festivals are there in this period, okay, very low scale celebration or no celebration, I would say. Very low scale. That day, maybe for few hours, you celebrate. That's it. Okay, consistency is the key to success. What is happening with many aspirants, they want to attend wedding, they want to celebrate festival, they want to enjoy, they want to study less, and then they want to qualify the exam. This is not going to happen. This will never happen. Next 125 days, you will have to, keep civil service prelims exam preparation at highest level in your list of priorities. And consistency is the key, number one. Number two, planning, scheduling, time management. And number three, right strategy. Okay, right strategy. And if you steer your preparation the way I suggested, no force in the world can stop you being successful. And stop complaining what you don't have. Okay? Celebrate and cheer what you have. And then create what you don't have. Don't complain that parents have not done this for me, institute has not done this for me. Okay, my room partner is not supporting me, my sibling is not supporting me, UPSC is asking difficult questions, some year they are asking too many questions from sports, some year they are asking too many questions from, environment, some year they are asking too many questions from economics, some year they are asking too many questions from history, some year they are asking very difficult questions from history, some year they are raising the, difficulty level of CSAT paper. There is no point complaining. Okay, celebrate what you have, Feel good about what you have been able to achieve, and create everything what is required to crack prelims in next 125 days. You should be in that state of mind. Okay. And to steer the preparation, of all of you, ALS has planned a wonderful program in the form of PTSP, Prelims Test Series Programme. Prelims Test Series Programme 2022. Okay. And in this Prelims Test Series Programme 2022, we will complete, right? We will complete this program again in two phases. Phase 1 will be foundation level, right? Will be foundation level. And phase 2 of this program will be advanced level. Advanced level. Okay. In phase 1, right? In phase 1, every week, we are going to conduct 9 tests. Okay. We are conducting 9 tests. Okay. So, 6 module tests, 6 module tests, and 3 CSAT tests. Okay. 6 module tests. Okay. And 3 CSAT tests. Okay. What I mean by module? 100 questions on polity, constitution, governance, 1 test on polity module, 1 test on history along with art and culture, 1 test on geography along with environment and ecology, 1 test on Indian economy, 1 test on science including science and technology and life science, 1 test on current affairs, and then 3 tests on CSAT. Okay, 3 tests on CSAT. Okay, so almost, right? Almost you will find we are starting, with preview. So 9 tests plus 1 preview session. So 10 tests. Almost 70 days. Right? 70 days. This is how, phase 1 will be there. Okay, phase 1 will be there. And in the advanced level, right, we will conduct 10 tests. Tests number will be 10, but it will be in the form of 5 full tests. 5 full tests. Meaning, in the forenoon session, we will conduct GS paper 1 test, paper 1 test, and in the afternoon session, we will conduct CSAT. The way UPSC is going to conduct, the prelims, in that manner, ALS will conduct, prelims on 5 occasions for all of you. Okay, so 9 to 11 in the morning will be the timing for the test. So forenoon session will be paper 1 and afternoon session will be paper 2, right? Afternoon session will be paper 2. Okay, have you understood this? Yes or no? Okay, now what we will do, we will share the test planner with all of you. Every week you will come to ALS VSAT centers and can write the test. Those who for some reason who cannot come to center to write the test, they also have the option to write online. But if you will ask me, I will recommend that in an exam-like condition on a OMR sheet, you should take the test. Okay. So, if government regulations have permitted you attending class in the city where you are, then I would recommend that you should go to ALS VSAT Center, and if you are in Delhi, then you can come to Shalimar Place Center of ALS or Karol Bagh Center of ALS and can write test. Okay, and can write test. Is this clear? And one thing I will ensure and will give you the assurance, the standards of the multiple choice questions which we will ask in the test will be UPSC compatible. The standard will be same, which is of Union Public Service Commission. The standard will be same. No way it will be different than the kind of questions which UPSC is asking. And then, so when you will come for test, so what you should do, right? What you should do? You should plan the revision of module in harmony with test schedule. So when you will plan for yourself the revision, plan in harmony with the test planner of ALS, then synergy, synchronization will be there. Okay. For example, 6th of Feb, we will conduct CSAT test. Okay. And this will be a test which will give you idea that without much preparation, if you have to take up CSAT today, where you stand. Okay. And then based on your performance in CSAT test 1, you can judge for yourself that what kind of preparation is required, to ensure that you are anyhow able to qualify this paper. Okay. Then, then after 6th of Feb, right, on 13th of Feb, we will conduct the first module test on polity, constitution and governance. So now today it's 30th of January. Till 12th of Feb, you must revise polity, constitution, governance, and should come and write the test. Similarly, right, on 20th of Feb, we will conduct CSAT test 2. And then, right, and then on 27th of Feb, we will conduct geography and environment module test. And like this, we will go, right, like this, we will go in a sequential manner, and in phase 1 we will conduct 9 tests, 6 module tests and 3 CSAT tests. And once we are able to complete the foundation level, we will move to advanced level, and in advanced level we are going to conduct 5 full tests for paper 1 and paper 2 both. And in similar manner, the way UPSC will conduct the forenoon session, paper 1, and afternoon session, paper 2. And those who will come for, come to center, they will take up the test on OMR sheet, which will be evaluated by scanning and software, computer. And, and standard of the question will be same, which is for UPSC. We will also try to maintain, that 25-30 questions on the basis of difficulty are easy. But another 35 questions in the paper are of difficult level, tough level. And for remaining 45-50 questions, we will keep the difficulty level moderate. Okay. And questions will be the way questions are in UPSC. Most of the question will be in the form of which of the following statement related with this is or are correct or incorrect. Some match the following, like that. Okay. UPSC standard questions. And after the test, we will share with you the answer and the explanation. We will give you the explanation that if this is the answer for this question, why it is. So we will circulate the answer key along with explanation. And we will publish all India result. We will tell you, that how many questions you attempted, how many were correct, how many were incorrect, what's your score after deduction on account of negative marking, what's your rank all India. And one thing what you have to do, you should not miss any test. If you will miss the test, then there is no point you joining the program, because you will miss that module. So now what you have to tell yourself, that 10 tests in advanced level and 9 tests in foundation level, 19 times I will write prelims before I go for prelims on 5th June 2022. 5th June 2022. You understood this? All of you. Okay. And let me put it like this, that you will not get benefited. Okay. You all should maintain a test performance tracker diary for yourself for this PTSP, Prelims Test Series Program. And after you take up the test, right? After you take up the test, you should, enter key points about your performance in the test in this diary. Okay, so you should go and write in this diary, test 1 or test 2 was on polity and constitution. Okay, polity and constitution. The date of the test was, date was 13 Feb 2022. Number of questions, 100. How many you attempted? Let's say hypothetically 65. You were not able to attempt 35 questions. Okay, out of 65 attempted, correct was 40, incorrect was 25. Your score was this much, your rank was this much. Okay, you enter it in the diary, and then then this is the most important part in this exercise. This is the most important part in this exercise. Your zone of comfort and zone of struggle. You need to identify zone of struggle, where you are struggling in the subject. Okay, so which is your zone of comfort? These 40 questions which you attempted but marked the answer correctly. Okay, so you should write, okay, most of the questions from fundamental rights you were able to answer correctly. This is your zone. Fundamental rights is zone. Center state relations. Okay, like this. Okay, parliament, questions from parliament, you were able to mark correctly. But questions which are from historical underpinning, you have not been able to mark. Okay, local self-government in India, local, Panchayati Raj institution, local self-government, or election-based questions you have not been able to mark, election, electoral law. So this is your zone of struggle. Next time when you prepare for full test, during round 2 of revision, you have to give a special emphasis, to revise these, then only your performance will improve. Otherwise, what is happening for many students, that the kind of performance which they will do, they will give in test 1, same would be their performance in test number 10, same would be their performance in test number 19, and same would be their performance even in UPSC prelims exam on 5th June 2022. There is no fun, there is no point. Okay, you need to improve, scale up your performance test after test, and that you will be able to do only when you will take tests seriously, number 1. Number 2, what you should do, you should track the performance of yours in every test. You prepare a diary and you make entries in that diary about the performance. And while you are making entry, what was your all India rank, how many questions you were able to attempt, how many among them were correct, how many among them were incorrect, those which you were not able to attempt are from which chapters, that is your zone of struggle. Those which you attempted but you marked the answer wrongly, again that is your zone of struggle. Those which you attempted but marked correctly is your zone of comfort. Okay, and next round in the phase 2, when you are revising for full test, a special emphasis about the topics which you have identified within zone of struggle in that particular subject. So take all tests seriously, track your performance, and when you are giving tests, that also will ensure one round of revision. Within 2 hours, you are revising the whole module through those 100 questions. And when you will be looking into the answer key and along with explanation, another 2 hours, another round of revision is happening. So power of test is much beyond what it may appear to you. So this test series will steer your preparation in right direction. And believe me, if you take up the test the way I am suggesting to each one of you, then when you will go for prelims on 5th of June 2022 to your designated UPSC center, you will have a feel that you are again at ALS center for writing test number 20. That kind of comfort will be there. You will step inside the exam hall with very high degree of confidence, and you will come out of exam hall with a smile on your face, satisfaction visible on your face that yes, you were able to give the best shot. And then you should check your answer and you should take a break of 3-4 days, and then you should start the preparation for main 2022, which will be starting in the middle of September. So this is what I thought I would discuss with you all today as a part of prelims strategy, and I will inform you about the prelims test series program. Now, all those who are enrolled student for general studies pre-cum main program or exclusive prelim program in the name Clear Prelims, they all will get this test series free as a part of the course. Is this clear? Okay. So for all enrolled student of GS in academic year 21-22, this program is free. For others, they have to pay a fee. Okay. For others, they have to pay a fee, and you would be informed about the fee. I think, if I am not wrong, it is 7,999. And those who are old student of ALS, meaning they have done GS with us in 2020 or before, they will be given 50%, discount. So for them, the fee would be 3,999. Okay, this test series program. Okay, and they can come to center, they can come to ALS center at Delhi and can write the test. And those who cannot come, they can take up the test online as well. That option also we have created. And Tanu Yadav is asking how many months of current affairs is required. There is no cutoff date as such, but ideally, you can start from August 2021, and you should cover till 5th May 2022. Otherwise, there is no cutoff date as such. Okay, cutoff date as such. Mahesh is asking the question, will test series available online? Yes, my dear friend, it will be available online. Rahila Ilahi is saying, what about evening batch? For all batches of 21-22 general studies, this test series will be free. Okay, and we will try to conduct the test. We will try to conduct the test before, after completing that module in every batch. For example, right? For example, Indian Polity module test will be on 13th of Feb. So by 12th of Feb, we will complete, Polity module in all batches of ALS. Similarly, the Geography and Environment module test will be on 27th, of Feb. So before 27th of Feb, we will complete geography module, in all batches. Similarly, 13th of March will be the test date for history. So we will complete history, art and culture in all batches, before the module test which we are going to conduct. And similarly, when we will conduct in April the test on economics module, before that we will complete economics module in all batches. Okay, so all those who are enrolled student of general studies pre-cum mains or GS extensive or GS strategist or clear prelims in the academic year 21-22 will be given this test series program free. Enrolled student who are with us, previous year students, old students are entitled for 50% discount, and those who have not been the part of ALS family and are interested in joining our course, they will have to pay a fee of rupees 7,999 for the entire test series program. Okay, so that is right, that is what. Okay, so Itanagar is asking question, can we appear test on VSAT centers? Yes, provided the state government regulation has permitted, state government regulation has permitted what is, coaching institute to operate and function in the state under State Disaster Management Act. Okay, then you can come and write the test. Patna is asking whether I should read Science NCERT of class 9th, 10th. Okay, you should first read Science NCERT of class 9th and 10th, and then you should revise the class notes which you will prepare when we will conduct, science and technology classes, and then you should study the material which we will provide, to you for science module. Okay, and if you want to go beyond that, then you should read, many magazines which are there. Science Reporter is a very good magazine, or Periscope page of The Hindu, right? Weekly, once this page will come, can help you to reinforce. But I would suggest that you restrict yourself to 9th and 10th class NCERT of science. Thereafter, the notes which you will prepare while attending sessions at ALS, science and technology sessions at ALS, and then maybe the material which we will provide. Okay, Sachin Chauhan is asking, in Delhi test series will be offline. We are hopeful, that 6th of Feb, Delhi government, Lieutenant Governor of Delhi will allow coaching institutes to open with 50% strength. But that is again a presumption. We will have to wait for official orders. Okay, if not from 6th, definitely, most likely the way the positivity rate is coming down in Delhi and number of, cases, coming down, we are hopeful, that that is where. So Nidhi Sri is saying, I was a student of GS Extensive 2019. So you will be, eligible for 50%, waiver in fee of test series. Okay, so that is there. Okay, that is there. Oh, can I use the same material? Yes, yes. Only for current affairs you should, update. Okay. Otherwise, a static part you can rely on the material which you prepared. Okay. So this is there. So could you suggest any standard book for environment and ecology is what Reena is asking. I don't want to trouble you in environment and ecology. I would suggest that around 9 to 10 session I will take. Okay, so that class notes which you will prepare during those 9-10 sessions, that is what you should read. Then printed material which we will provide is what you should read, and then you should read, you should read the executive summary page or chapter in the annual report of Ministry of Environment, Ecology, Forest and Climate Change. And I would also suggest for one more thing, that there is few chapters in economic survey, that is on sustainable development, is what you should read. Then in India yearbook, government publication, there is chapter on environment that you should read. Okay, I would not say that you should read any book as such. Okay, but there is one book which many students will refer. Okay, that is very voluminous. That is, that is what I would not recommend. I would say that you rather read some of the articles which are being published in Yojana, some of the articles which are being published in Kurukshetra. Okay, then the annual report of Ministry of Environment, then economic survey, that chapter on sustainable development, India yearbook, that chapter which is on environment, and then the ALS material and the ALS class notes. Okay, so that is something which is there. Okay, that is something which is there. Okay, so on this note, right, on this note, Ansuman Sirvastav is saying, that please tell us best single standard book for every subject. I would not burden you if you had been, by suggesting books, because, in the process, I will be doing a disservice. Okay, but even then, if you are interested, right, even then, if you are interested, for example, when it comes to polity, you have, you have wide range of choice. You can read, Polity by M. Lakshmikant. You can read Wizard Polity, which has been authored by Jojo, Mathew and me. You can read D.D. Bosu. You can read Subhash Kashyap. Out of 4-5 books, you choose one. Similarly, right? Similarly, when it comes to modern Indian history, you can read a spectrum. Okay, or you can read, you can read other standard books. Okay, Bipin Chandra, you can read. Okay, so choice is yours. When it comes to Indian geography, you have choice of, reading in a very selective manner R.C. Tiwari, Geography of India book. In a very selective manner, 800 pages are there. There is no need. If you read NCERT properly, that itself is creating a very strong foundation in geography, and then geography class notes, right? Geography class notes. Bulo Oku is asking what to read from Yojana and Kurukshetra. Every month they will publish around 20-25 articles. Select 5 or 6 and read. Okay. And after reading the article, map the article. Okay. That this article will be helpful in agriculture or environment or air pollution or women empowerment in social issues or educational reforms in social issues, like that. Map with the module. Okay, so that is the way, right? That is the way you should study. Okay, so on this note, I would like to wind up the session. I would, wish you all good luck for your prelims 2022. Please stick to the basics. hold on to fundamentals and enjoy the process of 125 days preparation for prelims 2022, and stick to the basic rules which I have prescribed through a strategy discussion on prelims 2022. Thank you very much.